Hi everybody, welcome to the old drive shed. I haven't done very many videos here lately, and it just occurred to me today that I should do a video. And as a lot of you guys know, I have a gazillion bicycles. Good Lord, I am surrounded by there's bikes over there. There's a whole bike rack full of them over here, another bike rack full of them over there. My workshop is full of bicycles, and they're all old antique bikes, for the most part. And there's always been one bicycle that's, I don't know, it was something that made me this way or what, but there was this one bicycle in my life that just kind of appeared when I was a little kid. I'll tell you the story. I used to go to my grandparents' house way out in the country in the summertime and see the cows and all the animals and stuff, and I used to look through the chicken coop window. That had his little hatchery there, and my dad's old projects and stuff were in there from when he was a kid. And when I found out that the bicycle I was looking at in there was my dad's bike, I was like, wow. I was too small to ride it, and I was never allowed in that building. But I wish I always could go in there and see this bike. But one day I came home from school, and lo and behold, this bicycle was there. And I don't remember that clearly because I was pretty young. But all of a sudden this bike is in their lives, and it always hung in the garage, and I couldn't touch it. That was my dad's bike. And yeah, I remember him riding it a little bit, not too much. And well, many years have passed. Actually, since that time, that bike it hung in my parents' garage for, probably 20 years. And it hung now in the new house where they've moved to, new house, about, I don't know, maybe 25 years. And today, lo and behold, right over my shoulder, right over there, is the bike. And I guess my dad, he was saying, like, we're moving and we're going to take it. And I kept saying, if you don't want to take it, I'll take it. And they're like, no, the bike's going to come with me. Well, I guess either my dad was desperate enough or he finally believed that I'm going to look after it. And finally I've reached that level of my life where I can be trusted to look after his precious bike. And I'm not sure who was more precious to, my dad or to me, because it was my dad's. It's got this history to it, and I remember it for a long time. But yeah, that's the bike right over there, and I'm thrilled to have it here. And I told my dad when I put it in the car, I said, it's going to be like babied here. Nobody's going to ride it except for me. Maybe I'll let my older son ride it once or twice, and he'll be the one to be like, that's Dad's bike, and it was Grandpa's bike, and it always hung in the garage. Who knows? That bike might end up to be like 120 years old, and he'll just be passed on. Who knows? But yeah, I'm really thrilled to have it here. So to my dad, because I know he's going to watch this video, I got to say thank you. And it means a lot to finally, I won't say inherit this bike, because I guess I haven't inherited it. You gave it to me. And it means a lot to have it here. So we're going to look after it. You'll see. I'm going to clean it up here in just a minute. It's all covered in dust and stuff. And I'll get some cleaner here. Give it a really quick clean off. I'm going to give it a proper clean up, and I'm going to do some painting on it and maybe replace the handlebars. Those aren't the handlebars on the bike that I remember. So it came with these racing turn-down bars, and my dad said, I took those off years ago and threw them away, and I almost had a fit. Threw them away! Oh my God, he threw them away. Anyways, I actually came up with a pair of antique handlebars for it, so they look proper. They will look proper on the bike when it's done. So, yeah, let's go take a look at it. Here, you can see it's been hanging upside down in the garage so long. It's absolutely covered in dust on the bottom. All I've done is pump up the tires. And my dad told me today the pedals have never been off the bike since he's had it. It's an old CCM 3-speed. And when I was a little kid, I remember that the rims were in perfect condition. And it was really quite a bike. And it had turned down handlebars and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, this is a race bike. Ooh. And needless to say, being a little kid, look at the dust. Being a little kid, I was really easily impressed the impression of this bike was really set upon me, and I think that's part of the reason why I became a cyclist and raced so many miles. Because I was really taken by this bike originally, and I still am. It's really something, though. Now I own Dad's bike. It's always going to be Dad's bike or Grandpa's bike, you know. So there it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up a bit, and we'll see what it looks like. Here we go. Okay, so the bike's only been here for a short while, and as you can see, it's a lot cleaner. Doesn't necessarily look a whole lot better, but it looks much cleaner. So nice and clean and shiny. See, it's got dents in it. A couple of dents here. The main tube on the bottom here has got a little bit of a bend to it. One of these is from my dad. He was racing along when he was a kid and skidded out of control in the driveway and broke off a fence post with the bike, and probably this one's from him. This was from somebody else when he got the bike. It already had a bend in it. Anyways, yeah, the bike has had a long life. It's fared so well just because it's been hanging for more than 40 years upside down. So yeah, there it is, Dad's old bike. Next time you're going to see it, it's going to be going down some road carrying me along. I think I'm going to make a couple changes though, and hopefully it doesn't upset the apple cart anywhere. But these handlebars, when my dad originally got the bike, were turn down bars, racing bars. I just happen to have a set of racing bars here that I'm going to put in it. So I'm going to change the stem. It's going to look exactly the same as this stem, except probably twice as long. And I'll have to lower some stuff, do a little bit of modifications. It's all going to be the same stuff, just put together a little different, with a different handlebar, more like the one that was originally on it. I don't remember it with this handlebar on here, Dad. So we're going to make the bike like I used to remember it. And then the funny thing is, my dad used to ride this when I was a kid. It had the seat on here was pretty much the same kind as this one, but the cover was all gone, and he had a piece of green carpet attached to it here. There used to be a bike rack on the back of the bike too. He might still have that, I'm not sure. If he does, I'll get that and put it on the back too, because that's how I remember it. And that's how it's going to be. So it's just going to keep the bike the way I remember it. Pretty much exactly the way you see it, except for these handlebars. Don't remember those.